Colossians chapter 3, verse 23 and 24. And whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ. May Lord, add a blessing to the readers, the hearers, and the faithful doers of his most holy and righteous word, a heart to commit to divine ministry. Ministry is not merely a structured religious organization. Divine ministry is when what God has poured into us begins to flow out of us. Change reset our decision. Obedience recalibrated our direction. Ministry will release our destiny. Change shifted our posture. Obedience shined our path. Ministry will show our purpose. Change awakened us. Obedience anchored us. Ministry will activate us. Change started the work. Obedience secured the work. Ministry will spread the work. This is where we are. We're at a place where dedicated service is required of committed servants. We're stepping into the moment where God moves us from being changed to being used. The text frames the idea of being used by God with a powerful phrase: whatever you do. It means every action, every task, every responsibility, every assignment, whether it's sacred, here I come, or secular, whatever you do is to be done as service to the Lord. Whatever removes excuses, removes categories, removes limitations, removes this sacred divide between secular and sacred. Whatever means God can use any task, any assignment, any environment, any moment, and anybody to do whatever it is he wants done. So herein lies the issue. We think the church is all about serving God based on title. Everybody who think that ministry is based on title is refusing to do the will of God, because we don't think that we can do ministry without having a church title. But this text is not for title ministry. It's for believer ministry. Ministry is not a badge. It's not a microphone. It's not a platform. Ministry is the offering of our lives to be useful in the hands of God. Ministry is when our availability becomes opportunity. Marriage can be your ministry. Parenting can be your ministry. Your job, your story, your kindness, your consistency, your healing, your presence. You can be your ministry. Ministry is not where we stand in church. It's how we stand in life. Ministry is not an activity. It's an attitude. Ministry is not a position. It's a posture. Ministry is not a movement. It's a mindset. Ministry is not what we perform. It's who we become. Ministry is not a title we carry. It's a life we live. And if God can use your scars, if God can use your wounds, if God can use your growth, your failure, your mistakes, if God can use your journey, your transformation, your healing, your breakthrough, God can use your deliverance, God can use it all for ministry if you just declare out of your own mouth, I'm a testimony. All right. So therefore, you got ministry. You ain't got to be no elder to tell nobody, I know God can bring you through a tough time. You ain't got to have no collar or no title to tell nobody, I've been through some things and I can help you understand that God is able to bring you out. That's ministry. And the reason why some of you don't really understand that is because you've been taught all your life that you need to have some kind of church title. And you at work not doing the will of God. You at the house not doing the will of God. And if I could just be honest, Bruce, tell me to sit down. If I could just be on, these folk wearing titles ain't doing ministry. Everybody who wearing titles, they just posturing. They just performing. They're not really doing ministry. But you give your all your attention, all of your intellect goes to people who wear a title, but you will miss the mark of somebody who's sitting in your house. So you've got to get this in your spirit, because from the text we learned that a heart committed to divine ministry, watch this, will serve with excellence. The text states, whatever you do, do it heartily. Heartily means from the soul, not halfway, not half interested, not half present. It means we serve with our whole inner being as if God himself is receiving the service. Why would you want to give God half service? Service with excellence, it means to give God our best, not our leftovers. It means that we go to God and we say, God, I'm giving you the best of me, not what's left of me. Excellence is not perfection. It's intention. Excellent is when our heart shows up before our hands do. Ministry is continuous. It's not occasional. It's comprehensive, not compartmentalized. It covers work. It covers home. It covers responsibilities. It covers relationships. It covers church assignments. It covers daily life with your children. It covers daily life with your grandchildren. It covers daily life with your spouse. It covers daily life on your job. Everything you do has a component of ministry, and everything you do ought to be done in excellence. Your life ought not be a chaotic adventure. Your life ought to be excellent. The way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you move, the way you express yourself out in this world, the way that you behave as a representative of Christ. Everything ought to be done with excellence. Because this shows that our heart is committed to God, not just behind church walls, but out here in the streets. When I'm at church in front of the people who I'm trying to show out in front of, when I'm behind closed doors, it's what I do in private that creates my excellence, not what I do in front of folks to try to show out. If I'm not committed in private, I ought not try to hypocrite in public. I got to be committed to God with excellence, because God sees my private and my public. And so if my ministry is about being seen, then I'm just a performer. My ministry can't be about recognition. I don't need no brownie points and pats on the back for being a good husband. That's my ministry. I don't need no pats on the back. My wife, I do not need no accolades and all this expression of her greatness if she's just doing what a wife's supposed to do in excellence. You don't need to be patted on the back for being a good father. You're supposed to be in your children's life. What you're around here acting like you're doing something grand for, you her daddy. You're supposed to be in her life. You're supposed to be excellent in that area. And so even when the crowd ignores you, God honors you. See, the issue, Bruce, is that we want the wrong audience to applaud us. I'm trying not to hurt nobody's feeling. You want the wrong audience to give you your applause. But when God becomes your audience, excellence becomes your standard. Because I ain't worried about folk. I'm worried about God. Story is told of a school janitor who worked the late shift. Nobody saw him. Nobody thanked him. Nobody even knew his name. But every night he cleaned that building like God himself was going to walk through the halls in the morning. A teacher asked him one day, said, why you work like this and nobody sees you? He said, somebody does see me. I don't clean for the principal. I don't clean for the teachers. I don't even clean for the students. I clean for the God who gave me the gift to clean. And that's what's wrong with some of us. God gives us the calling. God gives us the gift. God gives us the strength, but we want the audience. And we got to understand that the janitor in this story understood something many believers miss. God doesn't bless the stage we want. He blesses the service that we give. I feel like preaching already. If we give him our soul, he'll give us our assignment. And when he gives us our assignment, we're performing excellence. And we don't need no audience giving us applause for something we know God gifted us and ordained us to do. I do excellence in my service because my audience is my God. Not only will a heart committed to divine ministry serve in excellence, but a heart committed to divine ministry will also serve with endurance. The text states, whatever you do, do it heartily. Check me out, as unto the Lord. That phrase, as unto the Lord, that's the fuel of endurance. It means that we serve as if the Lord himself is the one who's pushing us. Your greatest cheerleader ain't got to be the folks that you think gonna support you. Your greatest cheerleader is God himself. When God is the audience, when God is the supervisor, when God is the evaluator, when God is the rewarder, we don't quit because people don't clap. As unto the Lord means we don't quit because people don't stand up when we sing. As unto the Lord means we don't quit because nobody acknowledges me standing on the door. As unto the Lord means God is my reason. I don't quit because people don't support me. I stay endured because God is my strength. And so endurance means we stay faithful even when people are inconsistent. Endurance means that we stand in the standard of what God called us to do, not worrying about what people think about our doing. Because people might not think I'm qualified. People might look at me and wonder why I'm the one chosen to do it. People may look at me and wonder why I'm the one in this position. On your job, somebody wondering why you got the position. But you ought to be able to, in some soft-spoken voice, tell them, don't worry about my position. Just worry about what God doing with you. Whatever God got for me is for me. And so endurance becomes easier when you remember who you're doing it for. See, as long as you think you're doing something for folk, you'll give out. But when you remember who you're doing it for, I'm not trying to stay faithful because I want folk approval. I'm trying to stay faithful because I want God's approval. So we don't endure because the work is easy. We don't endure because people appreciate us. We endure as unto the Lord because God sees us. That's why we stay faithful. That's why we keep serving. You're wondering out here wondering why folks still serving? Ain't because you've been good to them. Ain't because they've been patted on the back. It's because they know God. Matter of fact, they keep serving you knowing you one of the ones talking about them. But you know what they do? They still show up. They still stand, they still teach, they still perform, they still do what they're supposed to do, even though they know you don't support them. But it's because we serve God and not people. We don't fold when seasons shift. We don't faint when the load get heavy. We don't stop when the crowd get quiet. We endure because the assignment is from God and not from man. So the story is told of an usher. Served at their back door faithfully for 30 years. Same door, same smile, same spirit. Young volunteer asked, why do you keep doing this? People just walk past you. People ignore you. People don't even notice you. The usher said, oh, I'm not standing for them. I'm standing for the God who stood for me. If Jesus didn't quit on the cross on my behalf, I'm not quitting on the door on his behalf. Y'all ain't got to say nothing. If Jesus stayed on that cross and endured all that shame, just because somebody don't speak to me ain't gonna stop me from standing at the door. If Jesus took nails for me, just because somebody was angry at me, I'm not gonna stop serving. If Jesus took a crown of thorns around his head, you mean to tell me just because you didn't speak to me today, you think I'm gonna give up my post? No, God been too good to me. My endurance is not about how you treat me. My endurance is about how God anointed me. And so if God gave me the assignment, he gave me the anointing. And if you don't support it, God is my strength, because quitting for me is not an option. I ain't got no quit in me. Not only will a heart committed to divine ministry serve in excellence, and not only will a heart committed to divine ministry serve in endurance, but a heart committed to divine ministry will also serve with expectation. The text says, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward. I love that word "the" in the text because that changes the whole trajectory of what a person might think. Because if it says a reward, that means there are some options, but the reward. I want you to follow me right here because the text says, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward. That means it's something specifically established from the heavens. Something specifically established from God to you. The Bible says knowing, which means fully convinced. There's an inward certainty. There's confidence of the outcome even before the outcomes arrives. So my expectation is that I'm going to serve today because I already know God going to reward me. And his reward is not something that's going to be lightweight. It's not something that's going to be mediocre. His reward is the reward. And so we've got to understand this concept, because if we stop thinking that we're going to get everything that everybody in the world suggests serving God will give us, we'll mess around and miss the real reward God trying to give us, because we think our reward is a bunch of earthly material stuff. We think that everything God got for us is earthly and material, and so we think that should be our expectation. If I serve God, I'm going to get a house. If I serve God, I'm going to get a car. If I serve God, I'm going to get a raise. If I serve God, I'm going to get a promotion. That's not the expectation of the text. Expectation means that if we serve today, that we can understand that whatever God's reward is for us, he gonna give it to it in layers that we might not always be able to comprehend. The fact that you got breath in your body today might be part of the reward because somebody else ain't got breath today. Y'all ain't saying nothing, but I'll preach it like I feel it. Story is told of a waitress. She worked the slow shift at a little small diner, and every afternoon didn't too many people come in, and so the other workers stopped preparing the tables because it was always empty around the noonday hour. And so they say ain't no need of us setting no table, because every day around the noonday hour don't nobody show up. But this one waitress, Dre, she kept on setting her table anyway. Every day at noon, everybody else, they wouldn't set their table, but this one waitress, she kept on setting her table. And one day one of the co-workers said, why you keep setting that table and ain't nobody coming? She said, because I'm not preparing for who here, I'm preparing for who I know coming. I don't work off what I see, I work off what I know. I got expectation that one of these days, what I done prepared my table for gonna manifest in my presence. And so if I keep serving anyway, even though don't nobody support me, if I keep serving anyway, even though don't nobody pat me on the back, if I just keep singing, if I keep showing up for choir rehearsal, if I keep showing up in my marriage, if I keep showing up for my children, if I keep showing up for my grandchildren, if I keep showing up for my co-workers, if I keep showing up for my friends, I ain't worried about who see me now. I'm worried about what God getting ready to give me, because it ain't about what's happening now. It's about my expectations. My service and my reward don't always meet in the same corner at the same time, but one thing is for certain, my service and my reward, they do meet. And the calamity that's facing us is that we stop serving when we don't see reward. But I want to preach to the people who got expectations of reward. I want to preach to the people who ain't worried about seeing nothing today when you know God done already made a way. I want to preach to the people who know that expectation is not guessing, it's not hoping. Expectation is knowing. I'm not guessing God gonna do something. I know God gonna do something. He may not do it when you want it. He may not do it at the time you expect, but I know one thing for sure, he's sure gonna do something. And because I'm not guessing, and because I'm not around here acting like I'm hoping, I'm moving differently. That's how come I move different, because I'm not guessing. I know God gonna do something. Y'all around here acting like you can't serve hard because ain't but one person on the call. You act like you can't serve hard, can't but one person in the class. You act like you can't do your best because ain't but one person showing support. You act like you can't give your all because you ain't got the crowd you looking for. But I want you to know that if you serve with that one like it's 100, God gonna show up and reward you like you were serving 100. If you give one person service, expect a one person reward. But if you do 100 person service, you can expect a 100 person reward. We serve in excellence because we know. We serve with endurance because we know. We serve with expectations because we know. And what it is that we know that excellence shape how we serve, endurance shape how long we serve, expectations shape why we serve. So if we serve with excellence, God will use our hands. If we serve with endurance, God will strengthen our steps. If we serve with expectation, God will reward our faith. Excellence prepares us. Endurance stabilizes us. Expectation fuels us. When all three meet up at the same time in your life, God releases a ministry from your life that shakes the atmosphere. It lifts burdens. You break cycles. God opens doors that you didn't even knock on. Because when your endurance and your excellence and your expectation all meet in the center of your heart, and you commit to excellence, you commit to endurance, you commit to expectation based on what you know God gonna do, that ministry that's released from you shifts your children's life. That ministry that's released from you shifts the trajectory of your marriage. Yeah, that ministry that released from you can lift your own heavy burdens. The reason why some of y'all burdened down is because you ain't serving in excellence. You ain't serving with endurance. You don't have the right expectation. But when you have all three, your burden ought to get lighter, because you know that whatever you do it as unto the Lord. And so this is a moment I want to tell somebody that you ain't just going to be somebody who going to be mediocre. That you ain't going to be somebody who around here just going to be doing stuff just to be doing it. That everything you do from this day forward got ministry attached to it. That if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in the excellence of my ministry. That if I'm going to show up at your function, I'm not showing up just to support you. I'm showing up to support the ministry that's in you. So when I show up for what Lulu did yesterday, and when I show up for what y'all invite me to, if I show up at your graduation, I'm not showing up just to show my physical support. I'm showing up to support the ministry that's been birthed in you. Because when you graduate, you're finna be birthed into something new. When Lulu talks on a panel, that means God has birthed her gift into another arena where that gift can be exposed. And so I'm not showing up for the individual, I'm showing up for the ministry. Can I preach it like I feel it? I wish somebody in here would start telling your children that you got ministry, and that the way you going ain't the way of your ministry. The direction you going in ain't the way of your ministry. I ain't trying to stop you from having fun. I'm trying to prepare you for your ministry. I ain't trying to stop you from doing greatness. I'm trying to prepare you for your ministry. You see, if you keep going down that road, you just doing what the culture doing. But you can't be culture because you ministry. I need somebody to help me understand that the healing that I'm about to get ain't because I just want to be well. No, Elder Little, this healing God got for me, Auntie Lula, it's because this healing is attached to my ministry. I wish y'all could celebrate. This breakthrough ain't just because you prayed. This breakthrough is because it's attached to your ministry. Y'all gonna catch up with me in a minute. The reason why you ain't broke down, the reason why stuff ain't wore you out, I know it felt like it, but I told the Sunday school, you ain't frustrated because you're failing. You frustrated because you're faithful. Some of the stuff you dealing with ain't because stuff ain't going right. It's because you're faithful to the ministry God has assigned you to. So yeah, sometimes the marriage get hard. Yeah, sometimes the job get hard. Yeah, sometimes raising the children get tough. Yeah, sometimes issues in your body get rough. But that's not because you failing. That's not because you're about to go wrong. It's because God says that's part of your endurance. That's part of your excellence. That's part of your expectation. Somebody slap somebody a high five and say, I got my ministry. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm a ministry. Is there anybody who know that God got a mandate for your life? I said, is there anybody who believe me when I tell you that God got a mandate for your life? I ain't talking to everybody. I need about 5 people who will realize now that God, he got a mandate for my life. Would y'all do me a favor? And would you look at your life and would you say, God, whatever that mandate is, Lord, let that mandate show up in the form of my ministry, that I'm going to be the right kind of person in every setting that I'm in. I'm going to be the right kind of person because that's my ministry. If God healed you, you got a ministry. If God restored you, you got a ministry. If God saved your life from a bad car accident, you got a ministry. If God brought you back from the brinks of a nervous breakdown, you got a ministry. If God healed your hurt when you were grieving the most, you got a ministry. If God helped you survive some of the worst tragedy in your life, you got a ministry. If God shifted your direction and stopped you from going down the wrong path, you got a ministry. And I want to inform you something. You don't need no title. All you need is a tone. All you got to understand is that your posture, that's your pulpit. Your made up mind, that's your platform. Your testimony, that's your microphone. So you do ministry not because you need a church building. You do ministry not because you need a stage. You do ministry because you love God. You do ministry because God been good to you. Don't let ministry become your burden, because ministry is not your pressure. Ministry is not your stress. Ministry is a move of God. You do ministry because God is worthy. You do ministry because God been faithful. You do ministry because God didn't quit on you. So don't you dare quit on God. If God didn't give up on you, don't you give up on ministry. This is our war cry, church. We will not quit. Somebody said we will not fold. We will not faint. We will not break. We will not back up. We will not back down. I know it's rough at work, but make a declaration that I ain't backing down. I know it's tough in your body, but make a declaration. I will not fold. I know it's some issues in your life right now trying to make you quit, but you got to open your mouth and say, I won't bow down. I won't let fatigue stop me. I won't let the enemy stop me because I come too far. Has anybody got that testimony? I need 9 people who can testify that when I look back over my life, the one thing I can say is that for real though, I come too far to turn around now. I've been through too much to just turn around now. It's been a long journey, but God been good. It's been a rough journey, but God been good. I found out now that that mess was just shaping my ministry. That juncture in my life where it looked the roughest on me, it was just helping me get ready for my ministry. So I want to speak activation over every life under the sound of my voice. Every calling, every one of you who got an assignment, that every one of you who got an assignment from the Lord, that every one of you that's nervous and afraid of how it's going to turn out, I speak activation over your life, that the job market got to open up to your ministry, that the relationship got to open up to your ministry, that everything in you has got to be released, and that opportunity's going to come because your ministry is going to get a divine platform. So I activate you and I say to you from the throne of the Holy Ghost, you got too much fire in you and you can't be still. You got too much fire on you. It's like fire shut up in your bone. You're going to try to sit still, but the fire ain't going to let you. You're going to try to give up, but the fire ain't going to let you, because you got a purpose. You got a ministry. So the fire of the Holy Ghost is hereby released over your children, over your marriage, over your family, everywhere that God got for you. You getting ready to perform. You got too much fire to let depression stop you. You got too much fire to let stress stop you. You got too much fire to let the enemy stop you. Somebody give God the praise right now, because you got too much fire to let the enemy wear you down. Too much fire to let hell stop you. If you know you got fire on you, would you just give God praise and say, Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. I thank you for the fire. Now come on, give God praise right here.